Things are falling apart. That is all I want to say now. That from the way I'm looking at things right now, in this country, I can only say that things are falling apart. And it seems that nobody is paying attention and nobody is keen on what is really happening. Because today, there was Maandamano, yet it was the budget reading. Many Kenyans have not even paid attention to that budget reading that was being done by CS Mbadi. Kenyans were still on the street demonstrating about the death, asking for the justice for Albert Ojwang. The streets were calling. People were shouting. There was running battle between the police and the demonstrators. There's something happening in this country. And if the leaders do not sit down and really ask themselves what is really happening, they might wake up and find this country has completely collapsed. Because people really don't care about what the government is doing and saying anymore. Anyway, guys, before I go into the details, I'd like you to take a second to subscribe and to hit the notification bell so that anytime I post a video, you will always be the first to watch. So kindly do so, na kama kawaida, I'll be back. Thank you for everyone who has subscribed, and for the return subscribers, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you, man. Keep on subscribing, keep on helping this platform to grow. So thank you so much. Now back to my video. As I was saying, that there's something that is taking shape in this country. There's a way this country is going, that if the leaders do not pay attention, do not sit back and reflect, trust you me, we are not going to have a country if this is the direction we are taking. Because it seems the youths are hungry. The youths are angry, the youths are bitter. And no one is listening to them. That is the reality. No one is paying attention to them. And if you have noticed, they don't listen to anybody anymore. They are not listening to anybody anymore. Raila came and tried to calm the people down. But look at how they have turned against him. To a point whereby anything that Raila says nowadays, the young people don't pay attention. No one listens. He gets attacked. He gets everything. It has even forced him to go into silence. He no longer speaks like the way he used to speak Kitambo, because he understood that no one listens to him anymore, except the sycophants around him. But Kenyans in large, people who used to follow him and listen to what he's saying, if he tells people to relax, relax. But now nobody is listening. Yet he's the elder politician in this country that if he speaks, Kenyans should listen. But no one is listening. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to show you a few videos of how things went out today with the demonstration and body and everything, reading just short clips, and then I'll come back. We'll do a deep analysis of how we really got ourselves here. So watch this.
Tunataka nani? Tunataka langa. Tunataka nani? Tunataka langa. Amefanya nini? Anaua watu. Amefanya nini? Anaua watu. Justice ya nani? Justice ya watu. Justice ya nani? Justice ya watu. Ameua nani? Ameua watu. Ameua nani? Ameua watu. Tunataka nini? Tunataka justice. Tunataka
aujourd'hui aussi c'est un autre jour. Là. Justice for Albert! Justice for Albert! Justice for Albert! Justice for Albert!
Tunataka nini? Tunataka haki. Tunataka nini? Tunataka haki. Tunataka lini? Tunataka leo. Tunataka
Aline morning kama peras. Chunga. Tuengang kama gera vinina. Dunga.
Aujourd'hui aussi, c'est un autre jour.
Nani, leave alone Langat. We saw there is an MP of Kasipul aliuawa. Justice ilikuwa served. Within 24 hours, kuna watu walishikwa. Ukweli uongo? Walishikwa. Mbona ya common mwananchi baba yake amefanya kazi kwa Kware? Mbona ule amengangana amesomesha kwa Kware? Mbona hawakuji kuongelelea hiyo maneno?
Our demand, the police trying. There's a demand we have. The police will make a false statement kwa medium ati kijana alijiua, which is kwa jamaa akamatwe. Ya kwanza kwa cell. Ya pili, we need the murder, the real murder to be in the jail right now because they know themselves. And the story is being cooked here about Langat. Langat inafaa kwa jela right now.
So, as you can see, the death of Albert Ojwang has elicited a lot of emotions, have opened a lot of wounds that ought not to have been opened. This thing has opened a lot of wounds. And if you can remember last year, this is how demonstrations started, that culminated to June 25th of last year. How many days are we from June 25th of this year? The budget was being read. Even Buddy could see him being escorted in parliament with a lot of security. Kenyans no longer recognize those things. Kenyans no longer pay attention to budget reading. Those were things that in the previous government it was a national holiday. It was a national event. People would sit and watch and sit on their television and watch. But look at when that thing was going on. Some media houses even were not showcasing what the CS was saying. They were busy on the street shooting what was happening in the street. The thing, look at even in on TikTok and all these online platforms, no one is sharing those clips of CS Mbadi talking about the budget. Leaders need to sit down and ask ourselves, where did all this start? Where did all this start that the young people have decided that they are not following any politician, they are not listening to any politician, and they are coming up and standing up for what they believe in? It is evident that it's also becoming overwhelming even to the police. Because these people have courage that even the police are wondering, how comes these people have this much courage? How comes these people don't fear them anymore? And you know the problem is when you are pushed too much, when you are pushed too much to the wall, the fear sometimes is gone. And I think that's where the young people have been pushed to. They kept being given empty promises. They don't have jobs. These young people, and I always say that the problem is these politicians always think that these words and these small tokens they throw here are zinafurahisha hawa vijana. No. People are looking for a long-term solution. If it is jobs, they are looking for jobs that are long-term. Not kazi ya mejengo na ambia sijui affordable housing. Once those houses are done, watu wataenda wapi? People are looking for a long-term solution. And this is what these politicians can't see. Someone has died. Someone's son has died. And you can see like this guy for Suna East, anataka nani? This MP for Suna East, anataka nani this guy? Junet. Politicizing the thing, yani calling people. And you see, and you wonder why the young people get annoyed every day. You can see the senator for Elgeyo Marakwet, for Uasin Gishu. How he was talking, defending the DIG. And you wonder why the young people are so much annoyed. Why young people are so much frustrated? Why young people have lost hope in their leaders. They no longer see them as leaders anymore. That anybody, even Raila, when he comes and speaks to young people, people don't like him. People don't pay him and give him attention anymore. They don't care. The people have turned into now the only opposition that we have in this country. and they are looking for any opportunity to vent their frustration, anything. Because as we speak right now, we all know that Ojwang will never get the justice he deserves. He will never get it. We know. Kenyans are not stupid. Kenyans live in this country. They know these things don't go anywhere. And such a thing can spark a revolution. Our leaders, I hope you people could have just sat and have a deep reflection on how the direction, on how Kenyans are angry about this country, the anger that is in this country. I hope you people could just ascend from your high horses. I hope these politicians, the people I see in parliament, the people I see in senate, the people I see in the executive, I wish one day you could have just sat and realized how much of a damage you've caused to these young people, to this generation. I see young musicians being called in State House to go and now help in making songs that will change the mind. And you can see Kenyans, anyone who associates with this government automatically becomes the enemy of the people. Where is Samido? Samido right now is in the US. He said he's not coming back, because he tried to be on the side of the government to see how people came down to him, until he had to change, and now he had to get away and run away and stay away. Kenyans are angry. Kenyans are disappointed. And my wish is that maybe this government can just sit and even have one day of just self-reflection and ask themselves, are they really on the right trajectory or not? Because the fear is gone. I always say, when the people have decided that they no longer fear anything, then the system is broken. Then the system is broken. You can see someone is trying to pull a mask from a police officer that toa tuone uso. You could see how people are demonstrating today. Those are people who have lost fear. Those are people who no longer fear anything. Look at the people who are demonstrating. Look at the demonstrations that were happening today. People coming to police officers and showing them the middle finger and telling them, do whatever you want. Someone is pointing a gun at him and he's like, do whatever, do your worst, beat me. It has become that serious. It has become that serious, and I was hoping that our president could sit down and really have a deep reflection. Because selling the fear to these people will not work. Telling these people that, oh, nina, it will not work. People will continue to die. The government will continue to carry the blame. And people will not relent. The pain of June 25th is still imminent. And I think that is why even Raila himself has decided to kwenda chini ya maji. Because he's so silent. This is not the Raila we used to know. He's so silent. Right now, Gachagua has taken the center stage. He's the one speaking. He's the one moving around. He's the one doing all manner of things. He's the one who is seen to be like standing with Kenyans. Even though we know that Gachagua is not an option in all this, because he's not a saint. This is a man who undertook the deliberate task of making sure that people who were killed during the Sufuria demonstration, he was there. He was the one who was heading that team, and he said it himself. That was his only mandate. And people are killed then. So he's not a saint. He's not. The system is being broken bit by bit. I wish the government could sit down and reflect, especially the members of parliament. Because that is where the problem is. That is where the problem is. I wish the members of parliament could realize that they have lost trust of Kenyans 100%. They have lost trust of Kenyans completely. It is sad. Hey guys, mimi I can only say that we need to fix our country. The leaders need to sit and self-reflect and ask themselves, where did they drop the ball? Where did they go wrong? What is that they made? What is that they did that Kenyans became so bitter and so hungry and they don't listen to anything? I believe it can still be fixed before it is completely broken. I believe it can be fixed before it's completely broken. So this is a message to everyone. This is a message to our leaders, to our members of parliament, to our senators and the executive. Sit down and ask yourself, where did you go wrong? And for this issue of Ojwang, somebody has to pay for it. If you want Kenyans to cool down, someone has to take up and own up for that mistake. So, government, just sit down and think, because it is very sad what is going on. I am not happy, and I know many Kenyans who love this country are not happy. Anyway, guys, what do you have to say? Please share it in the comment section. But above it all, remain very respectful. Do not attack anyone. Do not insult anyone. Just share your views. Be open. And let's create a safe space whereby people can come and discuss politics objectively and in a sober way. So thank you. Until next time. Bye-bye.